all together now. Howdy y'all, today we're in the workshop. I'm going to show you how I'm building one of my 75-gallon cedar stands and the 2x4 structure and everything that goes along with it. So yeah, stay tuned. Here's the parts list. We've got two 12-foot 2x4s. We've got two 10-foot rough cedar 1x3s or 1x4s. Then we've got two 10-foot cedar 1x10s. And then we've got two 8-foot cedar 4x4s. That should make it all up. So starting off, you want to always check your ends for square if you're going to truss them. If not, you're going to want to cut them so that way they are square. They're not always perfectly square, but every little deviation matters. That one's good, but they may not all be good, so always check for square if you're going to use factory ends. If got my notches marked out, the customer wanted 28 inches tall. My top's 3/4, so I subtracted 3/4. Made a notch for the 2x4 to go across for the tops, 1.5 inches deep. Just gonna take my chop box, chop it off there and there. Now the material list does have a lot of extras in it. They're just over 2 foot, so it leaves me with 2 more that I can use on a future project. You could have done 6-footers and gotten away with it, but 4-footers would not have worked. And then after you cut them to size, you take your circular saw and you set your blade depth and you run this direction. And I will take the jigsaw and jig it out. You could use a circular saw to get some depth. You could use a lot of other tools. That's just how I'm doing it. All nicely notched out now. The top rails are going to be 48 inches long with 3/4 inch on either side. That's going to give me some overhang like I was hoping. And then the bottom is going to be 41 inches because it's going to span between the posts here. And I'll get those cut, and then I just need the other direction. Then we got the 4-foot one screwed in diagonally for structuralities. And these will span between. And there's the base structure. Decided not to add any end caps in. This is going to waterfall over and cover it. There'll be a cavity there. That'll be alright. The end is going to come in flush with the poster inset looking at the base. And it's solid as a rock. I can't move it. So doesn't really need those little end fillers, so save yourself some wood. Got the tops made up and marked out. What I'm going to do, because they're spanning a bit, is I'm going to put these biscuits in there. It's a little of a upscale technique using a biscuit joiner, but in order to get it to span that without it flip-flopping at the seam, the best way to connect it's going to be a biscuit dowels or any way to get a little bit more extra meat between the pieces like that. Glue does hold really well, but this just adds the next level so it has a shear point so it doesn't snap in between there. Alternatively, you could lay plywood first and then put the finish on top of it. And that's that. I just have to leave the clamps on so that way it all stays together. The pin nails aren't going to completely hold it. It's unfinished, so that's how they are wanting it. Step this out, 45 did. Up underneath. It's all glued and screwed. The only thing I didn't glue was the 2x4s to these, but all of this is glued together because of the pin nails. The screws can hold otherwise. So yeah, that's it. I didn't do too well on how-tos and stuff like that on this one, but hopefully there's enough context so you can understand how I'm putting these together and how they look when they're done. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to build these, and yeah. There we go, all finished up, all dried up. Customers come to pick it up. I'm going to let them do the finishing work and filling of the pinholes and the micro stuff. As the finisher, they can do that up to their snuff. It is rough cedar, so it depends on if they want to sand it up or not. That's on them. But hopefully they're happy with it. I'm happy with it. Took about 2.5 hours, 3 hours to do.